Yo, what up, boy? What up? How you doing, man?
Yo, yo, yo.
It's a good old Sunday in the world.
Yep. Good old Sunday.
You still coming up on the 17th?
Yeah. Flying in on Friday.
You flying?
But
Hey, it might be a straight little, you know what I'm saying? Better,
hey,
better deal.
yeah, it's a better deal this time. They paid for the flight, so no complaints. They wasn't trying to risk it.
Yeah, that ain't a bad deal though. Um, you gonna get the Jag back running?
Hopefully, that's the goal to make you say "Gabooga, booga, 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 booga."
Hell yeah.
Make a run, then get some paint for it.
Got, got those pieces dropped. I was about to say,
I appreciate you. He sent me some pictures. He had already started welding them.
that's good work.
That's good work. That way, when I get there, we can try to put it on, and hopefully, it'll start right up.
Hit her vroom, and go.
D.
Um,
Lou.
what up, Lou?
Yo,
What up?
hello. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
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 Where you at? What state you in?
Technically Kentucky, but really, I'm outside Clarksville.
My boy at the Kentucky Derby.
Gotta get that
I'm
Kansas City.
with.
What's the meal choice for the road?
Man, I'm about to get some McDonald's, man.
Hey, bro, this is a cheat code. People don't know this. You gonna
What's the
go
cheat
there?
code?
They got a 20-piece nugget, a large fry basket for $8.
What you said?
20-piece nugget
Yeah.
in a large basket of fries. Say, can I get a 20-piece nugget in a large basket of fries? You can get it for $8. But they gonna
Okay.
charge you $10 for 10 of them on the meal.
Uh, that basket make a difference.
You gotta say everything. You gotta say 20 nuggets and basket of fries deal.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Bro,
Coding knowledge.
I
bro,
really
it
gotta.
works. I
I
saw it on
really
the
gotta.
menu. You gonna see it on the
For real.
menu.
You be at the kiosk. You be at the little kiosk.
Nah, the drive-through.
Nah, I be at the kiosk.
Oh yeah,
And,
if you use your mobile app, you can get deals and shit.
man, what?
Bro, they got crazy deals.
They got the best deal out of every little restaurant that do the deals, boy. They got the best point system.
Where are y'all talking about?
McDonald's
McDonald's,
mobile app.
McDonald's?
yes, fool. It's like you spend like $5 on the deal and you get like $2 or so.
I haven't
Something
had
crazy like that.
a year and a half.
I wish I could say the same.
It
Can't
was.
do it.
I really wasn't on McDonald's, but when we moved back out here, we're close to one. So like, hey man, 20
You talking
nuggets,
about
basket fries.
They
you
trying to
talking
kill.
about you talking about that one by the pilot, Cody? In the pilot?
No, not that one.
Okay.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sometimes I park out there.
Hey, somebody texted me and said they had seen the pod. I was like, wow.
The
Mm-mm.
pilot, the pilot is
No,
by Arby's in Dalton. It's a Arby's connected to it. You know what I'm talking
It's a
about?
couple. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That one. It's a couple pilots right there in Dalton.
Yeah. Who saw the podcast?
Drew.
That's crazy.
That's what's up.
I
That's
seen
what's
some of
up.
your little pieces, Lou. I didn't know you'd be dropping like that, but that's pretty cool. The little reviews and stuff you do. I actually tapped into the Money Man album because of the. I seen your little the review you did,
Oh,
just like,
for real, yeah.
and I had to listen to it. I hadn't even tapped in. That's some good Money Man. That's a very good example
Yeah,
of Money.
yeah, Croptober. Yeah. Yeah, that
October
shit
was
hit. When nobody talking about it either.
Nah, it went under the radar. But Money Man always gone under the radar. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
I be trying to do like little reviews every week. I'm about to review the Chris Brown joint and the Meek Mill and the Rick Ross album just dropped.
Busta Rhymes finna drop an album. How does that sit with you?
Yeah.
After 87 years, he dropping another album.
Who said he was top 5 rapper ever? One of y'all said he was top 5.
I said he top
somebody
5.
did.
I said he top 5.
Hip hop it.
Yeah.
What up, bro?
Okay.
It was good, y'all. We easy top 5, man. The last project he dropped one like in 2020, and that was a solid project.
He said easily top 5.
Easily.
With the more I think of
That's it. It's cold.
Since the 80s, 90s, like bro been dropping longer than I've been alive. Yeah, he up there because nobody else has done that.
Done what?
Just the relevancy, the length of time and the relevancy. Who else is relevant?
That make you top 5?
Yes, relevancy.
So is Snoop Dogg top 5?
Snoop Dogg we ain't listening to Snoop Dogg ain't the same. Snoop Dogg ain't dropping relevancy the same way.
He top 20, top 15, top 20.
And Snoop Dogg can be in the conversation because of relevancy. But if you go bar for bar on top of the relevancy, I'll put Busta over Snoop. Well,
easy.
I'll put Busta bar for bar.
It's easy, bro. Bar for bar, man. Busta gonna watch Snoop easily.
Arguable.
Yeah, Snoop not a bar rapper. He all charisma.
But he's probably
all
the top 5
personality.
most popular rapper ever. Like
ever,
yeah.
Your grandmama, your auntie.
Bro, what? Everybody loves Snoop.
So I mean, I don't know.
I would say he's top 5 most marketable rapper ever. But as far as greatest, I don't know.
Man, I like Busta, but I can't put him in the top 5. I just can't.
Oh my God,
I can't, man. But that's why it's yours. That's why it's your top 5.
Oh God. You saying my shit be changing?
Slick.
Shit hard.
You said what?
I said that top 5 be hard, bro. Really a top 7.
Yeah, you might as well do a top 10 at that point, and then you do
that shit like the college football playoff, nigga. Somebody raw as hell ain't gonna make it. Goddamn it,
man.
They're making it 12 next year.
Yeah. That's when it's gonna get good. But still, whoever at 13 to 14, 15 gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Cause that's how good everybody basically gonna be in the Big Ten or the SEC. So it's gonna be a lot of, it's gonna be a lot of teams that play each other that's real good that don't make it. And they rank 13th in the country. But it's still shit gonna be interesting.
I don't even like that. 12 is too many.
Nah, it's perfect, bro. Like when you think about
from 4.
When you think about
trash.
When you think about this year, this like one of the best years in college football. God damn, I thought my truck was right here.
I think it's been
Cap.
You saying Cap? You saying
Cap?
You
saying shit?
You saying
Texas
Cap?
Is relevant now? It's big ass Cap, man.
It's not.
So what's the best? So what's the best? This one of the best years in the last 10 years.
No.
Cap a lot.
So what? So what's one of the best years, bro? It's like 8 teams. It's 8 teams that could probably win it.
It depends.
Name 5 players right now that's worth watching. Just name 5
players. No, I'm talking about teams.
Name 5 teams that's worth watching.
All at the top 10 teams are worth watching.
What? Give it to me.
All the top teams. Michigan's very good. Ohio State's very good. Damn, I'm looking for my truck and I cannot find this shit.
They don't do shit, bro. They always very good.
Man, I'm about to cook y'all
when
I find my truck, bro. I'm about to cook y'all. Hold on.
Man, cook right now. Now, because you're not cooking, man. The stove ain't even home, man.
To me, it's middle of like if you did the top 10 of the last 10 years, I'll put this in the middle. It's not like it's
So
not
what?
anything good.
What
or
year?
over
What
the
year is
top.
better? Oregon, Washington,
I'm watching,
very
bro.
good teams.
I'm watching for like exceptional, like standout players. That's kind of like what makes
Okay,
it
so then
entertaining to me.
when we be debating, there always got to be a goalpost. You are correct in that, but that's why it's so good because there's no Cam Newton, there's no
That's what
Jameis
makes me want to
Winston.
watch.
You
So
get what I'm saying?
that's what
But
makes me want to
that
watch.
makes you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I
You get
don't
what I'm
want to
saying?
watch.
But
I
and
don't want to
this
watch a
year,
team score 14 points. Once I know that's not the scores; they scoring a lot. But I'm just saying in general, I don't want to watch a defensive
you wanna watch
slugfest.
superstars,
I want
and
to
that's
watch.
not what
I
it
want
is. See,
must watch TV. I need
What you
must watch
mean?
TV type
What
players.
you
that's
mean,
not
Lou?
that's not
The
all the games.
SEC schools are scoring 40, 50 points. This is
That's
SEC ball. We
that's
don't play
exactly
that in SEC, bro. You're supposed to be getting 2-3 touch because it's a defensive conference. Niggas are playing basketball scores in the SEC. That's usually Pac-12 shit.
yeah.
Nobody like the damn Florida LSU game was 53-30 something. That is ass. I know my Florida Gators are ass, but like this is just
Yo,
like
th-
SEC are scoring multiple like 6-7 touchdown games. That is
th-
ass.
this is but okay. When you think about it, this is why it's the best year because like I was saying, Michigan is one of the top teams, top 4 in the country, and they barely won yesterday against Penn State, who's ranked like 10 or 11.
Mm.
Ohio State, to me, they ranked number 1, but to me, until yesterday, I felt like Michigan was better, but it seemed like just Marvin Harrison being on that Ohio State team, that's the player you should watch.
He's
Caleb
cold.
Williams would be another one, but his defense sucks. Like USC probably could have had the best offense in the country, but they line suck. Oregon could be one of the top teams in the country, but they like it's like everybody so good it's close. Texas, we won one loss. We similar to Oregon. We similar to Washington. Florida State undefeated, but the only team they really played was LSU. Even LSU being a 3-loss team, or is it 2-loss? I forget. They pretty fucking good. Their offense is real good. Jay Daniels is good. If you watching football, like these teams, they're not Cam Newton, they not Johnny Football, they not Tim Tebow, but the level of play is even. You can't really say who's gonna win it, but I think it is gonna be Georgia. Georgia
Georgia's the
looks
best
like the
team.
best. Georgia looks like what I. It is still a question mark. They look like they separating themselves over everybody else right now because they
They're depth,
finally are.
bro.
But
They're
you said
depth.
what?
They got backup linebackers making plays. They just got so much more depth, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
they got
sure.
freshman 5-stars that don't even get a chance to play, but like when
But
they're making plays.
and their quarterback, he ain't the best player. Like he ain't the best quarterback. Caleb Williams is the best quarterback. Drake May, probably the second best quarterback, but he's on North Carolina. They rank number 20. Who better than Drake May?
I ain't Michael Penix Jr., bro. Like what
Okay.
was actual girl daddy house watching the goddamn USC Washington game?
Yeah, it's okay. You're right. Michael Penix, you could argue is, but the thing is, he's had games where he didn't. Right after that Oregon game, he didn't play good the next 2 games. So it's like that's what I mean. Drake May has had very good games, and then he has games where he doesn't play good. Caleb Williams has great games, and then he has games where he doesn't play good. Shadou Sanders in the beginning, everybody was Colorado. He's still cold. Teams suck. Like it's so up and down with college football. That's why I think it's one of the best years. It ain't got shit to do with Texas. I don't think we gonna make it. We ain't gonna make a college football playoff, and it's so close. And that's why I was talking about Florida. Y'all played Florida State at the last. Y'all could beat them niggas, and if y'all
Bro,
beat their ass,
hell no.
y'all
Hell
could,
no.
Colorado,
bro.
listen,
That's how somebody gonna lose again. Somebody's gonna. It's gonna be an upset. I could see that's a game, and I be doing my picks. That's also what I do on my podcast. I be doing my picks. That's a game that It's an in-state rivalry. Y'all niggas could goddamn
You
do something
talking
against Florida State.
you talking to a Florida Gator fan, bro. We have no talent. We have no coaching. Our team is ass.
I'm just
We have no
saying.
line. We
I'm
have no
saying it's
QB.
possible. I know
Without-
what
don't
y'all
have-
got. I know.
We don't have skill players besides Trevor Etienne. We have
Without-
nobody.
I'm just saying
without
Florida State, only people. Yeah, you
Colorado-
probably right.
All I'm saying
It's
is
still
without
possible.
Colorado, this season will be a dud. Nobody will be talking about it. Like the first,
Look. I respect that opinion. I don't think you're paying attention. This is one of the. This
that
is
was
one
the
of the
biggest
most.
story in the world.
This is one of the most. Yeah, but this is one of the most popular college football years. It is.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
talking about. We talking like
Numbers?
numbers
Okay,
wise. And one of the reasons why the top 6 teams can all win it. Washington can win it. Oregon can
They
win it.
can't win it though. It's pretty simple. Georgia, it's going to be Georgia or Ohio State or Michigan. I think it's those 3 teams.
But Alabama,
it.
look, Ohio State and Michigan play each other. They're not going to be, one of them is not going to make the top
That's what
4.
I'm saying. One of those 2.
You get what I'm saying? So it's going to
be.
be, if Washington should win out, Florida State should win out, Georgia should win out, they still going to have to play Alabama in the SEC. Alabama's very good. They playing a lot better. If Alabama beats Georgia, which is possible, I think Georgia's going to win. But if Alabama beats Georgia, nobody in the SEC will be ranked.
That's crazy.
No.
It'll be Michigan. It's possible. I'm saying it's possible.
In the top 4, meaning like.
But
within the top-
understand that when I say it's possible, how many years was it? Okay, Alabama's going to win it, or Clemson's going to win it, or such and such is going to win it, or
Every
Cam
year.
Newton is going to win it. That's what I mean by this is the best, because it's like it's possibilities for a lot of different teams to win it.
I feel like Georgia's a clear-cut favorite, in my opinion. Like, they might be.
It's still a possibility, Cody. They not beating the fuck out of people. This was a very good game they played against who they just beat? Ole Miss.
Oh, Miss,
They beat Missouri by like 9 points. They barely beat a lot of SEC
cold.
teams.
Missouri cold.
Missouri killed Tennessee.
But you're adding to my point. Missouri's ranked like 12,
They killed Tennessee though.
and they barely beat Missouri. Tennessee and Alabama was a good game for the first half.
The Ole Miss game was a good game for like 2
The first half.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
the first
saying?
half, yeah.
So I get what you're saying. Georgia's the best team. It's still a possibility. It's still, and just it being a possibility makes it exciting. Before it's like Alabama the best team, ain't nobody gonna beat their ass. It don't even matter. Now it's like, shit, if Alabama lose, does Alabama win the SEC championship? And then do they get ranked in the top 4? If they don't, does Georgia still? If they don't, does that mean it's Michigan, Florida State, Washington? Does Texas get in there? Does Oregon get in there? Does what's the name get in there? And then what happens then? It's just that being a possibility that anybody could get it makes it more exciting to me.
Georgia is going, even if they lose an SEC championship, they will still go to the college playoff. I've seen it for myself with Alabama a few years ago. They lost the SEC championship to Georgia, I believe, and still made the college playoff because they were undefeated before that game.
But it's different this year because of Georgia's strength of schedule.
And there's more undefeated teams.
Alabama had a weak ass strength of schedule back then. All these top ranked schools have rinky dink ass. Nah, come on, bro. Let's keep it.
Ohio State, Michigan, not playing nobody.
All these top ranked schools have a rinky dink ass skills. They play fucking Jackson State University. They play UTC, and then the only time they play real teams when they play conference games.
So who has Georgia played?
But outside the conference game, they ain't played shit. And I can go back to Alabama.
Who did if Washington makes it, if they're undefeated and they played Oregon and they beat USC, they're gonna make it. If Florida State's undefeated and they beat Florida, a SEC team, they trash, and LSU, that's on their resume, they undefeated and they win the ACC, they're gonna make it. And those are 2 conference champions. If Texas wins, they can say, well, oh shit, Alabama beat Georgia Alabama was the best team in the SEC and Texas beat them and they're a Big 12 championship, they might deserve to get there over Georgia, who didn't play anybody except Alabama and lost. They might. I'm saying it's a possibility. Back when Alabama was making it, they was the best teams in the country were SEC.
Yeah, they always have to.
All the best teams. Whenever Alabama made it and they didn't play nobody, the best teams were still in the SEC. This year, the best teams have been Pac-12.
Nah, hell nah. This is like at least 5 to 10. It's at least 8 teams in the SEC that's top 25. Easily.
Okay,
you got
top
LSU,
25.
you got Ole Miss, you got Missouri, you got Alabama, you got Georgia, you got Tennessee.
Okay, who's top 6? Who's top 6?
Georgia.
And how many are they SEC?
Georgia.
That's it. That's it. That's
so
it.
Who else?
Because they all have to beat each other. They all have to go through each other to get there. Ohio State and Michigan, they just have that one game where, you see what I'm saying? They just have that one game facing each other where they're playing somebody. Yeah.
They're going to suck Big 12's dick every year.
They're
going to suck. They're going to be on their nuts every year.
They're not ready for Georgia. None of them teams are.
I don't think so either. But man,
I
don't know, bro.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know. I pay attention a lot to college football, and I see like what's happening. I see the matchups as they're going. I'm breaking the games down every week. Man, watch the podcast, Christian Delvey on podcast. Shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but like all the best teams all the best teams, like all the undefeated teams. One of them is Florida State. That's an ACC team. The other one, the other closest SEC team is Alabama. Who's the third best team in the SEC?
LSU.
Or LSU.
Okay, and LSU got their ass beat by Florida State. LSU got their ass beat by Alabama. There's been years where SECs, the top 4 teams, are in the top 10. This year, I believe Alabama is better than Michigan. Alabama is probably better than Ohio State. Not Michigan, but it's hard. It's very close. Alabama is better than a lot of these Pac-12 teams. I think Alabama is better than Oregon. I think Alabama is better than Washington. But because their record, because they lost to us, it kind of puts a blemish on their resume, and they even look at Alabama better than they do at Texas, just because we lost to Oklahoma, who's not ranked in the top. I don't know if they might be top 15. I don't know. I ain't seen where they are, but it's like just these losses put a blemish on Bama. In years past, they wouldn't lose to anybody outside of SEC. And then the third team in the SEC is you said LSU. They ain't play good against Bama. They didn't play good against somebody else outside of SEC. So the way they looking at the SEC this year is differently. They got the best team in the country. Everybody else is like very close to the other best teams. I think Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, they haven't played anybody else either. I do agree with that, but it's still close. It's still close. Alabama got a very good defense. Oregon's defense probably not as good. They got a better quarterback. They got a real good offensive line. I think Alabama would beat both Oregon and Washington. But because Oregon only lost to Washington and Washington is undefeated, it's hard to say whoever wins the Pac-12 doesn't get in there. Whoever doesn't win the ACC doesn't get in there. And then if Alabama was to beat Georgia, how can you say Texas can't get in there? I'm cool if we don't. I'm saying it's a question mark.
No, let's think about this too. It's still NCAA politics. It's all about goddamn politicking.
Oh man, I hate to tell somebody their team ain't gonna make it, but I don't think the politics is set up for y'all to make it this year.
It's not set up for them until next year when they officially in the SEC. Then they're gonna have a better chance.
Ooh, with Archie,
now the goddamn Big Ten.
Let them play.
Hell no.
I hear what y'all saying.
Not Big Ten. Y'all playing the Big 12. Now in the Big 12.
I hear what y'all saying.
Alabama beats Georgia, and one of them. Let me think. Washington. Maybe Washington loses again, or even Oregon loses again.
That's what I
Best
believe.
chance.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all about Texas. I done already said it plenty of times that we probably not gonna make it. But my fact is the possibility makes it interesting. That's all I'm saying. It's better than saying, oh, there ain't no way we gonna win it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we're gonna make it. There is a way we can make it, and it do depend on those politics. That's what makes it interesting. What would they do if Alabama beats Georgia and they're the SEC champion, but we beat them and we haven't lost to anybody, and our quarterback got hurt for two games and we still won? It'd be interesting. I do agree with y'all that we probably don't make it just because we lost to Oklahoma. That's why we got the win out. But it's interesting to think what could possibly happen. You know what I mean? And before, it's like, nah, Alabama, even if Alabama lose, it's obvious they lost to somebody in the SEC who was the second best team in the country anyway, third best team in the country anyway. They still gonna make the playoffs. Like, it was just, Jameis Winston, and then we knew that nigga was the best player on a very good team. So to me, all the sports is like that right now. All the sports is very close.
All the sports.
Like it's missing story. It's missing
a highlight reel.
Not even a highlight reel. Yeah, it's a highlight reel, but like you need story that goes with marketing. Like I guess the NBA has Victor Wembanyama and all these trades is happening, but like
I'm surprised at y'all.
That's why I said outside of Colorado. Like, what other story has people watching college football unless you're like you know what I'm saying, you're a fan of the sport? Like, if you're not a fan of the sport, why would you be watching it this year type shit? Like,
if you're not a fan of anything, why would you be fucking with it? I don't know.
Because Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, like
what you was just
know nothing about football, but now because there's like a storyline to put them to get everybody watching, now you got Taylor Swift fans, you know what I'm saying, watching the NFL games. It's like
Alabama was beating everybody. Just that was a reason to tune in just to watch that dynasty. Like,
that's boring though. That's boring to watch the same team win every time. Like so the best year in the NBA was when Golden State was dominating. Now, granted, that 2016 was fun. That 2016 was good.
That was a good year.
But 2015 even. But you telling me I guess taste is everything. I think a lot of people like when you don't know who gonna win it.
Did you like the Milwaukee the Bucks versus Suns finals? Did you like that?
Hell no, because I knew who was going. I knew who was gonna win it.
You knew that? I didn't know. I really didn't know.
Chris Paul was hurt.
Yeah.
Couldn't nobody stop Giannis.
They lost.
Then Devin Booker got hurt. I knew who was gonna win it.
That was like the first finals.
That was the most boring finals.
That was the first finals as an adult that I was like, yeah, I don't even want to watch this. You know what I'm saying?
Celtics, Lakers. You didn't know who was gonna win.
But it was still like two, you know what I'm saying, two dominant forces, but I don't know. I guess we'll see as these last few weeks unfold. I want to see how Georgia does against Tennessee and even Alabama. And I think that'll cement their spot in this playoff thing. But yeah.
Even you be on college basketball?
I watched a few highlights on it. I haven't watched any games live. Like I love like scouting standout players like basketball, football. I like just keying in on like key matchups or key players. Like that's what gets me entertained to watch it at this point. Like
I like teams. I enjoy players, but I like teams. I like knowing it's gonna be a good game. Like Duke played Arizona and it was a good game all the way to the end. Arizona beat Duke. Duke was ranked 2 or 3.
Basketball?
Arizona, yeah, men's. Arizona was ranked 10. Arizona won. It was a good game. Like, you don't know. And then, James Madison beat Michigan State. James Madison, they probably going to make the tournament. They ain't going to be top 10, but they're a good team. Michigan State's supposed to be a very good team, and they lose. And the girls, LSU girls, they just won it. And they just got the girl from Louisville who's cold. They supposed to be very cold, and they lost opening night to fucking Colorado. Crazy, right? Like that shit is exciting because it's like who's gonna win? UConn lost today. They just lost. UConn. They just got what's her name? Bukers. I forget her last name. I forget how to pronounce it. She cold. They point guard cold. They lost by like 10 points to like I forget who they played tonight. So it's just like that parity makes it more interesting. Just to say not because for longest in women's college basketball, UConn dominated. And it's like, what's the point of even watching? What's the point of even watching if we know how the fuck the story going in? UConn gonna beat somebody in the Final Four by 30 points. What's the point of watching? But if it's like, damn, that team good. To me, that team good, that team good, that team good, that team good, that team good too. Let's see how this shit play out.
Nah, see, that's what I feel like. That's why college basketball is more fun because you could be cold all fucking year. When it comes to that goddamn tournament,
March Madness.
yo, like I remember watching MTSU beat Michigan State in the tournament.
That's crazy.
I know y'all Burrow niggas was lit.
Nigga, we were lit. We lost in that game, but y'all couldn't tell us shit. Because we just beat Michigan, like top ranked Michigan State. That's the thing about the tournament though, bro.
That shit ain't fair,
can be
bro.
cold all season, and you go to the damn NCAA tournament and get fucking smacked. Like, what was that team a few years ago they were calling like Jam City? Some team out of fucking Florida.
Oh, Florida
Small ass
International.
college. Florida International. Like small ass colleges to the tournament and dominate. That's why I feel like college basketball is the most unpredictable sport, especially when it comes to fucking March.
You can't bet on it at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You can't get perfect graphic. Hell no.
Like we could make a bracket in NCAA in college football. It'll probably be 80% right.
For sure.
Nobody has a perfect bracket in NCAA.
Ain't gonna be no Cincinnati ain't gonna win the Natty this year. You know what I mean?
They got no chance.
You know what I mean? Whoever the fuck. It's somebody else that's like still undefeated. But it's like, nigga, you ain't played nobody.
Even if they,
you know what I'm saying?
Even if they expand the college football to a 64 team term like basketball, it will still be fucking dominated. It'll be lit.
That's why it don't even make no sense to. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Basketball is a little bit, you catch me on this type of day type of sport. Like football is just like, you just overpowered like in every position type shit. Like,
and it's more positions in football. So like it's easier for one player to dominate a game in basketball, right? Because it's only 5. Whereas Marvin Harrison Jr. might be the best football player in the country right now, but he can only impact the game when the ball's in the air.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best there. When you talk about position by position, like he's probably gonna be in the NFL top 5 pick. He'll probably have a very good career. He has the best shot out of anybody.
What's your thoughts on Travis Hunter and like more kids playing like multiple positions, like both sides of the ball? You think that's something that we're gonna see more of, or is he just a once in a generation type of athlete? You know,
if you good enough, I think, but I don't know. Like fatigue plays in. You know, he got hurt. He did get hurt because of one single play, but if he was a receiver, he did get hit. If he didn't play receiver, he wouldn't have been hurt. That's the issue. If you got somebody playing both sides, that's more probability of them getting hurt. And then you're not just losing a receiver; they lost a DB.
They lost a DB, which they needed more.
Right. So you know, and that's good. That's a good question because you somebody who played both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? And you shoulda.
Yeah.
Right? Like you probably shoulda. We probably would have been a lot better if we had players that played on both sides of the ball, and that's a totally different conversation, right? Right? But had you got hurt playing receiver, who the fuck was gonna play cornerback?
Coach Jones would have been pissed.
Man, what? He would have been sick. Who the fuck who's gonna play that lockdown over there?
Hey, we had Alonzo Francois right there. He was gonna lock anybody down.
Don't play with Alonzo.
Why you look like that?
Hey,
what you mean, bro?
Why
So
look like what, bro?
Hey, bro, he was locking down. He was
Lonzo Cole. Lonzo Cole.
A super gremlin.
Yeah.
A super gremlin.
Yeah. I hate to be this nigga. But I was thinking about it earlier. One of the funnest games I ever played was that Tyner game our junior year.
Tyner football?
I don't know if you remember that, Cody. Hell yeah. When we played Tyner our junior year. You remember that game? Trey took back opening kickoff. And then yo ass had that one hand. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that was
you did play both sides that year.
Yeah, I played both sides. They're all like from
you played senior year that much?
Yeah, both sides. They had us playing special teams, everything damn near.
Everywhere.
Kickoff. They had
I
us
feel
on
like
the
you
kickoff.
ain't play receiver enough.
They needed Cody on every snap of the ball.
We weren't throwing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had
that was a game though.
We were going to Logan Jackson right up the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Senior year, you couldn't stop that shit. What was it? 24 trap?
Yeah. We had them big boys up front. Like I miss, you know what I'm saying? We had Hughley, all the big dudes.
For sure.
I named one person, but yeah, Fielder. Fielder was on there.
Dennis, Price, right? Price.
Big D. He was a freshman, wasn't he?
Yeah. Bro was huge. Pause.
Yeah.
That nigga was big, fool. I be in a huddle, I can't see nothing.
Hey man. Hey yo, he just getting worse and worse with him.
Yeah.
Big D was already a violation already. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
That was dude's name though.
Hey bro, that was his government name.
Toy, bro. When I say his name, when I say he huge, pause. He huge, pause.
That was
like
his
6'5",
name.
300-pound type nigga.
That nigga big, bro.
Freshman year, dude was about 375, 400 pounds.
Yep. Young nigga.
Not
talking about the youngest nigga on the team.
Starting freshman.
Look like if you ever seen David Goggins before he got skinny, that's what his name.
We had that, but Tori, we had that line, bro. We probably had one of the best offensive lines in the state. You could play running back slow. The hole gonna be there. It's gonna be a. But yeah, what happened? What y'all listen to music at all?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to. We can cut this basically, but like this one got one more minute before it cancel out. But we can start on the next one, strictly music. Like this one could be college football, sports, and then we could jump. You know what I'm saying? Get all the way off of it. But yeah, I mean, what any topics y'all got? Jelani had an idea about the rich kids, about the influence on Atlanta.
About rich kids enough, man.
You said you talking about
rich kids?
You talking about the music?
Flexing, balling. I
don't know, man. I feel like we talking about Atlanta music, man. Niggas that get credit is Travis Porter. Travis Porter.
The same era. Rich kids.
That is the same era. Yeah, you right. Yeah.
Soldier Boys before all of them.
He the first rapper to rap, nigga, to be real.
Yeah.
Who?
First rapper to eat.
He the first rapper to do any fucking thing.
First rapper to breathe.
Well, we gotta wait because we might as well save this for the next one because this is gonna cut off. But
all right.
But shit, I'm just gonna hang on. Let me see if I can just end it prematurely. I'm gonna send y'all a link. Let me see.
Bet.